Who are you?
I don't mean your name or your job title or your role in the family. I mean, when the noise quiets, when the masks come off, when you stop performing and start simply being. Who's left? Hi, I'm Dr. Heidi Heron, and today we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and liberating truths in the world of consciousness. You are not who you think you are. And that's the best news you'll hear all day. You see, what we call the self, the me, who gets dressed, who makes decisions, who worries about the future, who replays that awkward thing we said 10 years ago, that self is not fixed. It's just a narrative, a construct, a story your mind has been telling you for years. It starts early. From our first moments of awareness, we begin collecting data. Girl, I'm loud, I'm good at art, I'm bad at math. And that list just keeps growing. A patchwork of opinions, expectations, cultural norms, childhood feedback, and moments that made us feel seen or not. It's like building a collage of identity from every conversation, every look, every internalized comment. And we carry that collage around like a badge, like, this is who I am. But what if that badge isn't the whole truth? What if it's just the most familiar version of you, not the most true? There's a quote I love by Michael A. Singer, the author of Untethered Soul. He says, "You are not the voice in your head. You are the one who hears it." And that right there is the shift into consciousness. You are not your thoughts. You are the one noticing your thoughts. You are not your story. You are the awareness that holds the story. Now, let's talk about the ego. In many traditions, the ego gets a bad rap, but in truth, it's not the villain, it's the narrator. It's the voice that says, I've got this. I know who I am. I figured out how to be safe. It's your internal PR agent, always trying to keep things consistent and predictable, even when those patterns no longer serve you. But here's the thing, the ego loves the known, even when the known is limiting. So when you begin to grow and stretch into something new, when you start asking bigger questions, the ego, it gets a little nervous. It goes, whoa, wait, we don't do this. This isn't who we are. But maybe, just maybe, you're more than who you've been. In NLP, we talk about identity being one of the deepest levels of change. Not just what you do, it's who you believe you are. And when you shift at the level of identity from an I am broken to an I am healing, or from an I am not enough to I am whole, everything else begins to realign itself. But you don't need something new. You just need to remember what's already true. Because underneath the story, underneath the programming, beyond the voice of the ego, there is a presence, a stillness, a consciousness. A consciousness. It's that part of you that has no label. It doesn't need to prove itself. It's not trying to win or fix or control. It simply is. And you felt it before in the quiet meditation, the awe of that sunrise, in the space between thoughts, that timeless moment where you're not doing, you're not trying, you're just being. That is you. You're not your failures, you're not your achievements, you're not your trauma, you're not the title. You are the one who has experienced those things, but you are not defined by them. In fact, when we over identify with our story, we limit what's possible. We stay small, we stay stuck, we stay safe. But when we meet ourselves as consciousness, open, observing, curious, everything softens. We don't have to tear down the story. We just stop mistaking it for the truth. The self is like a character in a novel. It has a name, a voice, a style, a backstory, but you, You're the one holding the book. You can even turn the page. You can even write a new chapter. But you never need to become anything to be whole. You already are. So the next time you hear that familiar inner dialogue, I'm not the kind of person who, ... I always mess this up. I just need someone. Pause, breathe, and ask, is this me speaking or is this my story? Because the more you listen from the quiet, expansive place within, the more you'll realize, the more yourself is beautiful. And sometimes we put on a temporary mask, but beneath it, you're already free. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. Keep meeting yourself gently. Keep remembering you are not the story. You are the space the story unfolds in. Be sure to catch my whole consciousness series. Ask questions, share insights, even share the series. I'll see you next time.